yeah, and this is my second time attempting this look. So yeah, I tried to do this look Tuesday, but little TMI, my period cramps were not, they're not making life easy. So I gave up, because I'm like, I just can't sit here. And ironically enough, it's happening a little right now too, so we'll see. But I'm gonna try to reattempt it. What I did was like a white eyeshadow with black polka dots, and I'm thinking of maybe doing a red lip, like a pink blush and a red lip. Thinking. But let's get into it. I'm first gonna go in with the Danessa Myricks Colourfix. This is one of the matte ones in the shade Lift. It's just white. I tried to do this with the NYX like eye pencil last time, and it did not go very well. Mostly because I have very oily eyelids, so it just wasn't working. But I forgot that I have this, so we're gonna try. Because liquid eyeshadows and I don't always get along. Oh, and I did carve my brows, but I didn't blend it all the way because I am going in with this. So I don't want them to mix too much, but I'm gonna pack and hopefully try to flick out a little. Hopefully. I am gonna go in with a like white shadow after this, but you know, I do want something down for now. But it is, what day is today? It's Thursday. I've done my makeup after work 2 days in a row, that means. To be fair, I also intended to do this considerably earlier in the night. It's 7:36. I should also shower tonight. Even though I did it this morning, but I should probably wash my hair tonight. Because it's either that or I have to do it in the morning, and I don't like washing my hair in the morning. So, we'll see what happens. It will probably be in the morning, I'm gonna be so honest here. Alright, so this is the initial base down. And I'm also gonna go in with the Lunar Beauty Life's a Drag Facelift palette with the shade Cake Face, because it's the only pigmented white I have. Like, I have other whites. I have other white eyeshadows, but they're just all too sheer. And I'm like, this is not what I want in life. And like, I love the Cake Face shadow. However, I am not justifying buying a whole nother palette just for one shade. Because it's just not, it's not feasible. So I need to start looking into like white single shadows and start doing a little investigating, if you will. Because I like using a white eyeshadow sometimes. They do have purpose. And especially, I like using it to help brighten my under eye, because I don't really have enough, there aren't a whole lot of brightening powders that work for my skin tone, which is fine. I know that I'm generally not the audience for brightening powders, but I would like a little bright under eye sometimes. That isn't just white eyeshadow, so. But we shall see. But also doing a white on top will help make things a little more even and help make them smooth along the edges. Because again, I'm not the best with liquid eyeshadows, I'm going to be so honest here, but that's just because I don't use them a lot, so I don't have a lot of like practice with them. I think that looks okay for now. I feel like my eyes look weird. And I'm also going to line my waterline. This is from Makeup Forever. This is the Aqua Resist Color Pencil in the shade Graphite. This isn't the actual size. This is a sample I got from an influencer box. So, this is not the retail size of it. But I do really like this. It's super black and super smooth, and I notice very little, like, transfer. Not transfer, but like, it's a waterline. Your eyes are watery. Sometimes it comes off before you even finish your makeup. I haven't really noticed that with this one, so. But since I'm doing black dots, I want to tie it in a little more. God, I hate the feeling of that. So I'm gonna go with my acting manager just texted about the walk-in, and I'm like, girl, this is... I left at 4 o'clock. It is 7:40. Things happen between now and then. And things are so unevenly stacked that things could have fallen when I left. So, whatever. I'm gonna turn my phone on Do Not Disturb. I'm gonna be so honest here. This is from Glisten. This is some of their wet liner. I'm gonna take a little bit of sand spray. Oh, this is the shade Cola. It's just black. Unfortunately, at the time of this being posted, I think Glisten has stopped shipping out things to the US because of some man and his tariffs. So, lovely. It's like that for a lot of brands, unfortunately. But yeah. I'm also just going to use the back of a brush because I'm not really interested in looking for a Dawn tool right now. And some people don't have access to Dawn tools, but if you do your makeup, you're more likely to have access to brushes. So, let's just hope this is even. Like, I'm not worried about the eyes looking even, I'm just worried about, like, the actual, like, pigment and the pressure being even. I will also probably be going in with a smaller brush if I can find one, or just end up using a dotting tool, just so I can have some variety in my sizes. I'm also going to try to keep my lids up a little as this dries, so it doesn't, like, not transfer, but I have very folded lids, so I don't want too much, like, feathering out. That's the word I want. I also love that she's calling me out in the group chats that have texted me directly, despite the fact that I've seen the freezer in worse states since she started, and yet I don't text anybody about that. But whatever, I don't get paid enough for this nonsense. Ooh, that was not a good idea. Not a good idea. I'm just so tired of this stupid job, but I get a set schedule. I know how many hours a week I work, and again, I get paid more than what most places on Indeed are hiring for. So, I shall suffer, and if I'm gonna leave, it's gonna be when my actual manager comes back, because even though I didn't like her when I started, I think we've come to a mutual, not respect, but she realizes I'm also the only one that, like, really does my job, so. That's the other thing. The new manager the other day was like, oh my god, only these people ever cleaning. I was one of them. Now she's out here. I'm like, girl. And I'm gonna be honest, I didn't stock the freezer today. I legitimately was not down there. So, and again, things are stacked uneven down there, so very often things fall by themselves. Like I said, tired, and that's not the right shape or size. Hate that for me. But you know, I left at like 4:15, and I only started my makeup now. My phone was kind of dying, so I'll put one up there too. So it's just, I'm just so tired all the time, and I'm so fucking tired of this job. I'm gonna be so honest here. Fun fact, she's like, don't leave this burden for the night crew because it just makes them busier. Because she's like, it's busier than day shift. Yeah, I'm also one person during the day shift. And the door doesn't ding every time it opens these days. So I could be downstairs and it wouldn't go off and there'd be people upstairs and I wouldn't know. So, oi. Okay, I think this is looking better than what should we call it? Tuesday? Because again, that NYX white was not working well. I feel like Spot from Spider-Verse. But that's actually going to be it for the eyes, so I need to go put on some lashes, but I'll be back in a second. Alright, I'm back with some lashes on and some mascara, and I think this look is cursed because the moment I put on lashes, my stomach. But we are persevering. These cramps, they've got nothing on me. So, and because if I finish this look, because I have a video uploaded for tomorrow. I did my makeup last night, which means Tuesday. So if I can get this done, I'll be good for next Friday. And I'll be more ahead than I usually am. And I'll still be able to do my 2 or 3 looks that I do during my days off. And I'm still thinking about doing my makeup Saturday night too. So, thinking. But we're gonna move on to base. I'm taking it easy on skin prep. This is from Glow Recipe. These are the Watermelon Glow Nuts and my dewdrops. Surprise, surprise. But like, I had posted a little YouTube short about people who don't necessarily do skin prep before makeup. And you know, I used to be one of those people. I used to be one of the, oh, I'm just gonna slap a primer on and call it a day. And then I was like, why does my makeup sit weird on my skin? And fun fact, it's because of that. So I will always advocate for either a primer or like a serum before you even attempt to put on a primer. So, you know, I posted that and it was from the Painted by Esther look. So somebody in the comments was like, oh my god, blush blindness. I'm like, I recreated somebody's look. No, it was, God forbid I recreate somebody's look who's known for heavy blushing. And they're like, you post a video about how women do their makeup and then can't take it when somebody comments. If you had a nice response, you would have gotten a nice comment. I'm like, and politely. Again, back to I used to be one of those people who only put on like a mattifying primer and then a mattifying foundation, and then I went, ew, why does my skin look like that? I'm speaking from experience. And like, I know this is going on YouTube. I can't stand the tweens and the YouTube shorts comments. Like, have some decorum. Yeah, I'm busting out decorum. But I'm like, girl, it is not that serious. And I can guarantee that they do not use makeup at all. And my favorite part is that they specified women are like, I can't with the general public. I really, really can't. I am not cut out for this interacting with people kind of lifestyle. It's just a normal lifestyle, but I'm still not cut out for it. But I'm doing a relatively light skin prep, just because my foundation is a little more tinty. It's a skin tint stick, so it does the thing. But this is from LYS. This is the, it doesn't even have a name. It's like I don't want to say No Limits because that's the bronzer. What is this even called? Sephora, I need your help. Triple Fix Blurring and Hydrating Skin Tint Foundation Stick. I hate products that don't actually put the product name on. Like this, on the bottom it literally just says LN3. Fun fact, this is the shade LN3. Which is a little peachy, but it works in the summer. God, my forehead is so green. But no, this specific foundation stick can be a little too hydrating sometimes. And I'm a little lazy tonight because I did have an entire shift beforehand. So, I don't really want to powder if I don't have to. So, light base, matte concealer, matte-ish blush, and I should be set. And I'm also going to be very careful with blending out because I don't want it to get too into the white eyeshadow. a little down the neck. But no, like I said, I had work today. I made $9 in tips. Shout out me. I had a regular. He always tips me $5. So, shout out me. I might try to pay for my nails in cash on Sunday. I don't know why. Like, I have all my grandfather money. Well, half of my grandfather money still. But I don't want to touch that. But I have a bunch of 20s and I think it should be enough for my nails. So I'll bring that and see what the price is before deciding on that. Because I also do discounts for cash. So hopefully if I do bring cash, the discount will make it enough that I can pay. And then I'm going to go in with the Natasha Denona Hy-Glam Concealer in the shade N0.5. Like I said, I've been loving this. I don't think I'm going to get the foundation though. Because like, again, I love this for a concealer. I don't think I'm assuming it's a similar finish consistency as the concealer. But I'm like, I don't know if I want that as a foundation. But I'm still not 100% sure on what my nail design is going to be. And again, I'm only getting these off or redone sooner than I usually would because it is so aggravating trying to wash my hair and then all the pearls are getting stuck in my nail. All the pearls in my hair are not working together. So it's more of a I'm tired of this, not like a oh my god I hate this or oh my god my nails are growing so fast. It's a I can't comfortably wash my hair, which I need to do. I know I mentioned it earlier, but like I still need to do it and it's still bothering me. I'm gonna carefully bring that up under the eye. Again, don't want to bring too much onto the white. Yeah. But no, new nail tech, and then I have one more appointment after that. And like realistically, I know I could be like, oh, maybe I'll just go through the entire list of people. No, I'm gonna go to the two that my regular nail tech had recommended. Like I said, I don't think I'm going back to that girl who did these nails because it's not even about the not acknowledging me or talking down to me. It's the fact that she let me leave with 2 different lengthed pinkies and 2 different shaped pinkies. So, like, I don't want to tell the next nail tech how to do her job and be like, hey, but I'm going to be like, please make sure these are even when I leave. I can't live like this. And like I said, I don't know if I want to literally like do a little freestyle thing, or I think I mentioned it in one of the last videos. I found like a glitter ombre tip with black stars on it, and I think that could be cute. Because even though I don't like getting designs back to back because of like money purposes, I want to at least see the abilities of what they can do nail art wise for when I do want nail art. So I have to suffer financially for the next few nail appointments because this one, next one, and then the one after that's gonna be Halloween. So, and a new set. So I'm gonna, don't censor me, YouTube, but a new set and probably medium nail art. I will never financially recover from this. Alright, I'm gonna go in with the Persona Cosmetics Bronze Multi-Stick in the shade Mojave. And I'm gonna do a little right there. My blush is a little more neutral toned, so I want to go in with like a super neutral toned like bronzer and stuff. Also, really like my lovely smeared what used to be dots. Oh, that's not what I wanted. And then this is from Milk Makeup. This is the Sculpt stick in the shade Toasted. And I'm just going to do a little... Can I even see that? Yeah. Oh, so I ordered from this place called Flower today. It's like primarily Boston based. And I got their veggie pizza of the day. It had corn and like pickled Fresno chilies and onions. It was just like a very nice summery pizza. It was really good. I have a piece in the fridge because it comes with 2. I only ate 1. And then I ordered a cookie and a spinach artichoke pastry pocket. And 2 seconds after placing my order, they're like, oh my god, the spinach artichoke pastry thing is out of stock. We've replaced it with a blueberry Pop-Tart because they make it. It's not like it's a packaged blueberry Pop-Tart. And I went, oh, I don't like cooked blueberries. There's just never have, never will. I went, oh, you're not even going to try to replace it with something savory? So I went, okay, great. Love that for me. Hate that for me. So my food comes. I did get a refund for the Pop-Tart because not what I wanted. But open my bag, I'm like, okay, there's my cookie. Okay, there's my Pop-Tart. There's my pizza. What's this tinfoil wrapped thing? It was my spinach and artichoke pastry that they said they didn't have in stock. And again, I don't know what their logic was. Not really complaining. But I'm like... And this is from Kylie Cosmetics. This is the hybrid blush in the shade Petal. It's a low neutral pink. So I figured it wouldn't be too overwhelming to go with the lip that I have in mind. But, like I said, I have a piece of pizza in the... a leftover piece of the pizza in the fridge. And I also didn't eat my cookie. I made sure not to, because then I could have a little treat tonight. So, I could shower and then eat as I like watch a little TV, because I have not watched TV on my own free will in a while. I did watch Superman the other night though, so I forked over the 20 bucks to rent it, because like I've been thinking about it literally since I saw it. So July 20th, been thinking about it for a solid month, and just none of the times worked. Cause like when I would go to the movies, I wanted to be early in the day, and like the earliest time was like 2:30, and I'm like, I know I could realistically get my makeup done before that, but I'm like, that's the worst time to be doing my makeup, and that's not including the hour commute that I need to do for the train. So, but I caved. I rented it. $20 later, but it still made me happy. Still just as good as I remember it. And I'm just gonna do this a little with some leftover concealer. I feel like I look weird. See, that's where my brother would just be like, well, that's because you're weird looking. He's 17. He has no room to talk. I'm gonna go in with the NYX Buttermelt blush in the shade Butter Together, just because it will make it a little more pink. And I'm not gonna powder my face. I'm gonna be honest here. I'm just gonna go in with like a super fluffy brush. That way it doesn't get all weird. But I'm just gonna do a little bit of this. See, I love a pink blush with like a white eyeshadow. I don't know what it is. So, who's to say? Gonna bring it a little. My poor, sad, beloved Colourpop Cosmetics Super Shock. Technically, this is Super Shock Cheek Pearlized, not even a Super Shock highlighter. It's the Super Shock highlighter formula. It's a shade Seismic, which is discontinued. Somebody and I were commiserating about that on TikTok, because it's like the prettiest shade ever. It has like these little pink reflex in it. And not that it's not an intense highlighter, it definitely is. But like, there's like these sparser glitter particles that just look so nice, and that aren't like the other ones I have. Like, hello. Like, why does Colourpop hate me, and me specifically? And this is probably where I will make the biggest mistake. I'm gonna do a red lip. This is from Huda Beauty. This is the Lip Contour 2.0, sorry. In the shade Universal Red. When I used to have to give my like school ID number to the lunch ladies, I said oh one time, and she was so mean about it. I'm like, lady, we live by Boston. Everyone says oh instead of 0. It's just, and you know what I mean. It was not that serious. But I also don't have a lot of red lip products, so. And I feel like a red lip always looks messy, even though I line my lips the same way as I do with any other lip liner. Also, this looks considerably more vibrant on camera than it does in person, and it's concerning me a little. I feel like I did a red lip recently for some reason, but I know I didn't. Like, the lipstick is the same color. It's just habit. And then this is from Milano Cosmetics. This is the... I think this is the Color Fetish matte lipstick. This is the shade Poppy. Literally my favorite red. There you go. Looking a little better now. What is going on outside? Oh, it is Thursday. That is no justification for fireworks, even though it's Labor Day weekend. This is nonsense. Nonsense. Alright, I need to go fix my bangs, but I should be back in a second, I guess. But this is the finished look. It's not that it looks bad. It's just that I don't do a red lip, and the whole purpose of this was to get outside my comfort zone, but I think I like my comfort zone for a reason. And again, it's not that it looks bad, it's just not my usual thing. I will wear red lip, like this kind of red lip, twice a year. Christmas and Valentine's Day. So, but the base is base, and the eyes, they're nice. And like, cohesively, it makes sense, but I want my little, like, pinky nude lip combo. But yeah.